All right, guys, welcome back once again. Just want to give my thoughts and reactions on the crazy Portugal versus Croatia game that just took place, and yeah, just give my opinions on what went on and what happened. So I want to start with Portugal. I thought Portugal was better than they were in the first half. In the second half, I thought the game opened up much more, partly due to Croatia's goal, amazing goal by Perisic, able to get it under Diego Costa. Just an amazing goal, and I thought that really did the game well. After that goal, the game was much more entertaining. A few talking points with Portugal is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo and whether he is hurting the team, and just my opinions on that. I feel like he did have a few chances these last couple of games that have been played, and today he obviously had one that he missed. I'm referring to the header from the ball crossed in. Wasn't able to get his head on top of it just because the Croatia defender was pulling him. But I mean, it was a good chance. He should have scored. The Ronaldo of old, he's known for scoring those type of goals. He's known for scoring anything in the box. So definitely one I think he definitely wants to have back. In terms of the penalty he took, obviously Ronaldo, clutch situations, he's gonna come through. So can't expect nothing less of him in that situation. When Gonzalo Ramos did come in, I thought obviously Ronaldo was upset, and I get it because I mean, one of first best player of all time, arguably. So obviously the mentality he has, he's gonna be upset. I thought Gonzalo Ramos obviously played amazing. He really only got one chance, and that one chance he converted. So it looks like Roberto Martinez knew what he was doing with that substitution. And by the way, I just want to give huge credits to Gonzalo Ramos for the goal. I mean, he had Guardiola on his back and another Croatian defender right in front of him, and he was able to still connect with the ball, guide it into the back of the net. So that's a Ronaldo type of finish from back in the day. So that's just an amazing goal that sent Portugal through. Obviously there was a lot of controversies in this game, such as the penalty and Croatia's late game winner. But yeah, I thought Rafael Leao was put in a decent game. Obviously got an assist. I thought he was dangerous, more dangerous than Joao Felix for sure on that left hand side. Joao Felix, I thought he didn't offer much in the group stage, and these past couple of games, I feel like Rafael Leao uses his pace much better. Felix is more, I feel like he's more of a 10, and I feel like he should be played there. Obviously not ahead of Bruno Fernandes, but just in terms of club, I feel like he needs to be played at the number 10 spot. Bruno Fernandes didn't have much of an impact, which is kind of weird because this World Cup we haven't been seeing much from Bruno in terms of what he gives at Manchester United, and I think that comes down to, again, the coaching and the tactics that are being used. I don't know, I feel like he needs to be giving more confidence. He needs to be just playing those one-time passes like he does at United, obviously racking up the assists this season, getting player of the season in the Premier League. We know what he has, but he hasn't been able to show that quality at the World Cup yet. Vitinha just playing too passive, in my opinion. I feel like he should take more risks. Obviously got substituted out in the second half, which at the time, obviously people looking at that, seeing Bruno getting subbed off and Vitinha, they're going to think it's crazy. Two of the best players in the world at their positions. You could argue you could argue both of them are the best in their positions, and them getting subbed off in the second half. Crazy decision, but obviously one that worked, and one that the credit needs to be given to Roberto Martinez for that complicated decision. In terms of Croatia, I thought they played a great game. I thought they looked better in the second half than Portugal did. Obviously, Portugal capitalized on their chances. I thought Croatia was playing a good attacking game. I thought they were getting through the middle of the field pretty easily. It was an interesting game to see Croatia. I didn't think they were going to play that counter-attacking type of football. But, yeah, in the midfield, I mean, they were great. Modric putting in an all-time Modric performance. Maybe his last World Cup. I mean, I think it's his last World Cup, most likely. Maybe his last game with Croatia. I'm not too sure about that. But, obviously, huge credits to him in his whole career. I mean, literally just leveled up Croatia into being one of the best nations in world football these past couple of years, ever since he got there. Also Perisic, him and Luka just combining throughout the years has been really great to see, really fun to watch. So huge credits to them and everything they've done for the country of Croatia and for the game of football in general. Sad to see how the game ended. Obviously, the controversial play where it was getting decided if he touched the ball or not. The Croatia's number 20. In my opinion, I feel like it's a tough one because the chip in the ball said that there was contact with his head, but I don't know. I feel like it's tough. If we're just going off that, then he did touch it, and I guess the correct call was made, but it was one where you could really go both ways on it. I feel like it barely touched him, but I feel like it probably did if they said it did. So, I mean, just interesting play. Obviously, people are going to be saying that he didn't touch it, he did touch it, whatever. Like I said, it could go both ways, but at the end of the day, you got to take your chances. Portugal took their chances well. Gonzalo Ramos finished the chance he got. Croatia had a lot of chances at the end of the game, tons that I could remember, but they weren't able to get it done at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's the World Cup. You got to take all your chances. And, yeah, even though Croatia was the better team in the second half, Portugal was still able to pull it off. And even with the controversial decisions, I didn't even point out the Ronaldo's penalty. That came from a moment of controversy as well on whether it was even a penalty or not, with Renato Vega getting pulled down by the Croatian defender. In my opinion, I think that was a pen, just because it didn't allow for Renato Vega to jump. So I think that was correctly given. I think both calls were probably correctly given. But, yeah, just a hell of a game. Probably top 5 games we've seen in the World Cup so far. Maybe you could put it higher. But, yeah, it's good to see Ronaldo. It's good to see Ronaldo keep going. Obviously, we don't want it to end here. Next game against Spain will be a tough matchup. It will be interesting. It will be a battle. Obviously, we saw Portugal today against a strong team in Croatia. We haven't seen Spain against a strong team. You could argue Uruguay, but they're not at their best moments. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Spain plays that game. It's going to be interesting to see the battle between Nuno Mendes and Lamine Yamal. Obviously, we know how those two battle it out every time they meet. So, yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts on the game. Portugal, well, I wouldn't say well-deserved win, but they got the job done, and that's what matters most. So, yeah.